on the one you had?
I did, Your Honor. Mr. Starr has returned, updated and followed up with Mr. Regier, something he told me. So, like I said, he is here present now, Your Honor.
All right. Where are you, Mr. Starr? Darren Starr is he in your office?
No, Your Honor. He's
I'm right here, Your Honor.
via Zoom.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We are back on the record in BU 2025 CR 216, State of Kansas versus Darren Cord Starr, Jared Regier for the state, Attorney Mark Davis for the defendant, who now joins us in person on one count of possession of marijuana dating back to January 26th of 24. Mr. Starr, why weren't you here earlier today?
I was told not to come, and from what I was understood from the last time, I understand that there was no record for me to get fingerprinted, but from the last judge, I was told that they had found records within the jailhouse, so that's why I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Your Honor, can I help him articulate that the way I heard him tell me?
Okay.
So initially, the first question, why wasn't he here? That's me, Your Honor. I got a response. It said approved. I said, hey, we've already got an agreement. I thought it was approved. I called the court about 3:30 or 4 on Friday, found out it wasn't, but it would just be a continuance, I thought, for today. And then I spoke with him about that. I told him about the commentary that was brought up. But the first question, why wasn't he here, was because of me, Judge. It was not because of him, and it had nothing to do with his disregard.
All right.
I wasn't even sure we would have a hearing even before I thought I might get notice that the order had been approved.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Davis. That's one. Number two, why didn't you go out and get booked and processed? He started to tell me about that. Judge Hart ordered him to do it. And then what was that answer? Do you know what he was trying to tell me?
Your Honor, I asked him about that directly. That was a shock to hear this discussion. And I said, were you booked? Yes, I was booked. I thought he told me he stayed a day and a half in jail before he bonded out. And then his reference to speaking at some point with Judge Hart. And then I thought he told me Judge Hart had called him off and said, no, we found the record. I had explained what I had just saw happen, that the guard said, no, we do not see the record. But that's what I heard from him when I called him and excused myself just a moment ago, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Davis. All right. Deputy Caulfield, have you learned anything more since I talked to you last?
I have not. And the reason why is the lady that's supposed to be doing all this, computers broke down. They got IT working on it. So she hadn't been able to pull anything up on it. So I could be honest, I don't know whether or not he really has or has not.
Judge, the other deputy that's looking this information up said that he was fingerprinting the stuff in Augusta.
Well, that won't work then.
Right.
All right. Well, I know this, Mr. Starr. Judge Hart's docket notes said you did not get, or Judge Hart's docket note said you were to go out and sign a $3,000 OR bond following the July 16th hearing. And apparently before the September 29th that he set with me. September 29th. This is the 27th, isn't it?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
That's kind of bizarre. So why didn't you go out and do that, Mr. Starr? Why didn't you go out and get your picture and prints taken like Judge Hart told you to? Ordered you to?
To be honest with you, Judge Webster, I was not
All I
told.
want is honesty. Don't lie to me. That'll make your problems worse.
Oh, I understand. I won't do that to you, Judge. I honestly, I was never told that. They told me that they had found it and that the next proceeding hearing would be the September 1, which got pushed back till today.
Who is they that told you that?
I don't remember his name, but it was whoever I was with the court hearing last month.
You mean an attorney, a judge, a cop?
It was a judge, Judge.
So Judge Hart told you to go do it, and then he said, don't go do it. They found it?
Well, I was never told to go do that, your judge. They said that they had found it, and nothing was made clear to me that I had to go get fingerprinted at all, your judge.
Well, Judge Hart's docket note said he ordered you to go out on and sign an OR bond on July 16th of 2025.
Yeah, that's news to me, Judge.
Well, you do know these things are video recorded, and we can always go back and look at it for your benefit as well as the courts.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then there's another issue. July 16th of 2025, you called the clerk or one of the assistants, and in a what one could call a rude, an insulting, or an angry manner, made a lot of complaints about the judicial system and those involved in it, apparently according to the judge. So what is that all about?
I just had a bad day, Judge, and it was not fair for me to take that on you guys, and I do apologize.
Well, unfortunately, the one that I think got the brunt of that is not here with us right now, but like I said, these are recorded and you can apologize to her. And I think it's good that you do.
Yes, ma'am, I can definitely do that.
And you apparently got angry and hung up on her.
Uh, I'm not sure, but I don't want to deny, Judge.
All right. And I'm sure your attorney's talked to you about how inappropriate that is, has he not?
Yes, Judge.
I've got a lot of people, and my normal inclination would really be to let you have it, really tell you how inappropriate that was, and maybe even have you do some contempt and serve some time in jail for the way you behaved in court and to court staff.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. All I asked is just for leniency. I was having a very bad day, and I support myself. I'm a single own guy. I work hard. I don't think jail time would be a good way to go about it. But if that's what you guys feel like is good, then I mean I can't do anything about it. But I do apologize, Judge, and just know I'm a good person, and I do apologize.
Well, you have a number of strikes here. The way you talked to the clerk's office, the way you didn't go out and sign the bond, and you weren't here this morning, but you've had good answers. I've heard good answers for a couple of these reasons that you weren't here. Your attorney has done, as they said, thrown himself on the sword, as they say, for you. And Mr. Davis, I do think you've chose well with your attorney. He is well known and respected by this court's experiences with him for many years. So what we need to do at this time, the deputies, I need to make sure we get him processed. If he has been, he doesn't have to do it again. But if he hasn't, he needs to have signed that $3,000 bond that Judge Hart ordered.
Okay. Well, we could put him in a, if you want to keep it that way, we'll put him in a breakout room to reset him back up.
Okay.
And give him a date to get out there and do it. If it's already been done, then
they can send him
so
on
be
his
it.
way.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right, I like that. So, Mr. Starr, after this hearing is over with me, you're going to get an invitation, you and your attorney, to a breakout room, and you'll click on that, and then you'll go into a room with one of these officers to set up a time to go visit the jail again about this. When's his next court date going to be, Jen? Well, what do you have available?
You still have 2 spots open on December 29th, or we can go with the January 5th.
Well, I kind of think December 29th. Mr. Davis, do you have that available? Or do you want to go? Would you rather go into January?
December 29th is available, Your Honor.
All right, December
That's a Monday.
29th. That is a Monday, December 29th, 9 a.m. Mr. Starr and Mr. Davis need to be back here to hopefully wrap this up. And in the meantime, I better see you've been out there, Mr. Starr.
That's
So
still $3,000 OR, Judge.
Yeah, I'll still leave him with $3,000. Normally I increase the bond, but I won't in case it's already out there. You've already done it. And he's applying for diversion, Mr. Davis.
Your Honor, he's applied. They have the drug alcohol assessment, and I've been told he's been approved. So I'm waiting for an agreement that I thought I'd get actually later today. It might be ready today.
All right. Well, whether he gets diversion or not, make sure he gets his picture and prints taken because this is a B misdemeanor. And if he gets diversion, of course, you won't have to be back here that day.
Will not, correct?
Will not. If it's filed, if he's applied, approved, signed, returned, and then they've applied it, and I click on here and I see, oh, diverted, then he will not. Neither one of you will have to be here.
Thank you, Your Honor, for the clarification.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Thank you, Mr. Starr, Mr. Regier, all of you for your time. Thank you, deputies, for looking into that. Now, at this time, Mr. Davis, do you want to go into the breakout room with him, or do you want me to just let you go on back to your other duties?
I don't know if I could be of any benefit, Your Honor. If I could be excused, I've had a 9:30 hearing in Wichita Municipal Court since 9:30.
Okay, then you're excused, and Mr. Starr, after later in the day, you call your attorney and make sure there's anything else you need to do, okay? But I'm
Yes,
gonna let
ma'am.
your attorney go, and I'm gonna put, Jen, if you would put court security 2 and Darren Starr in the breakout room to set up that 300, what did we say, 3,000 OR bond. And deputies, if you'd let the jail know that if they find that and can get that on file, he will not have to go through it again. Okay, all right, thank you. Now, who do you have sitting there with you, Deputy Coppell?